also was part of my slide too. In agriculture, we do research as well, but our goal is also to take that research and provide information to farmers, compared to maybe someone in geography who just does geography research, publishes it, and he stops. In agriculture, we publish, but then our role also is to transfer the technology to the stakeholders, which are politicians, your stakeholder, in fact, smallholder farmers, the citizens of Pakistan, everyone. And that's, I mean, it's very challenging, but very interesting as well, because it requires transdisciplinary research. So in agriculture, we have interdisciplinary research, which you're very familiar with breeders talking to physiologists, agrimeteorologists, modelers. But we also need to talk to the economists and the social scientists, which is very difficult, but very, very, very interesting.
Very interesting. And when we were working on AgMap, the first thing, climate change, climate model is okay, crop model was okay. Then it took like 2 years. The economists and social sciences, they penetrated in the AgMap also. So that was the third group. It was well thought and well discussed. Ultimately, if we are applying some adaptation, it has some value, it has some cost. Should we do that or not? Is it feasible like that? Then, and also we developed the RAPs and many things in this area. And the final thing was the IT, because it involves a lot of IT information and expertise. And after that, even then there was very clear results from that in all over with the 34 teams worldwide. But the acceptability by the policymakers and by the peer scientists, that was a big issue again. So, but then in the last stage we overcome all these issues. And finally there was acceptability, but adoption was also there from PMD. They took our recommendations and they published in their own manual. Professor Gerrit, he is Dr. Chima. He is professor of agronomy and he is our teacher. Professor. Please have a seat.
So I want to go back to your AI question too, because to me it's still very intriguing. So I'm sure in Pakistan it's the same thing. The large language models are on top of the news. So if you do a Google search, you get the answer from AI immediately. So there's currently a company in India who is developing something similar to ChatGPT called PharmaChat. So basically using text messages, a farmer can interact. Answers that are specifically geared towards agricultural questions. Now the challenge is, and people already shown that if you use ChatGPT and a farmer say in Punjab ask a question about which pesticide should I apply, which you get an answer. But you might get the answer that from literature from Kenya, Africa, which doesn't apply at all in Pakistan, which is a big concern. But with this PharmaChat, they're trying to improve that. Now we are working as part of a project funded by the Gates Foundation to see how we can combine the PharmaChat with our crop simulation.
Okay.
So some questions a farmer might ask is, okay, what is the normal planting date for rice in Punjab? I mean, I'm just making it up, which is basically what we call a question that can be retrieved from the literature because it is static. But another question could be, I've had a lot of rainfall during the last 2 weeks, when should I plant?
Yeah.
Which is what we call a dynamic question. And in that case, we can use our crop models in the background to basically see if we can provide a more targeted answer. So we're now using AI to create the inputs for these crop models. So in order to run a crop model, you need to have local weather data, you need to have local soil data. In fact, you need to know where the farmer is.
Variety.
The variety. So we are using AI to define the inputs to run the crop model. So we are using AI. Then we are running the crop model. And then we're using AI again to summarize the outputs from the crop model to provide those inputs through this farmer chat mechanism. I mean, it's still under development. I mean, it hasn't been finalized.
Yeah, it may
but
develop sometime.
That is the idea. So again, that's where AI and crop modeling work together. There's no competition. And that's
rather they are complementing each other.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, going back to your question.
No, thank you. You very correctly elaborated.
Gerrit, this is, you have explained the evolutionary process. When we were working on the spatial, only taking the 3 sites and taking the data and putting into the model, the people was questioning why is it giving the true picture of that. Then we overcome that, and after that we took the remotely sensed data, and it was the input data set of the model. And finally, this is the 3rd phase of that. And answer of your question also, how AI can use AI can be used in the crop model. That will be a bigger thing now.
It is a challenge, no? It may
It
come
is,
sometime.
it is, yeah.
We don't expect this. When it happens.
I mean, it's really scary to see how rapidly these large language models are developing, and how smart they are. With all the information they can retrieve. So as scientists, we cannot ignore it.
No, we cannot ignore it, of course.
So we need to use it to our benefit.
So these things we want to listen you in the hall. Dr. Professor Assad, he is Dean of our sciences. And by training, he is botanist.
Okay.
And botanist...
Azim from Agriculture University,
Peshawar.
my specialization is in botany and weed science.
Almost, a whole representation of Pakistan here.
Okay, wow.
Center of Pakistan.
Gerrit, I'm student with Rao Asif, whose question was.
Achha, okay.
Professor Kumal, basically, he is basically agronomist from University of Agricultural University Peshawar. And he is the only person from the northern side that working on climate change, and just like Professor Ishwar from Punjab, and he is the leading person from
No, there are many.
northern side.
Now there may be many.
Yeah, I have sent to my student in Florida, and he is
Some of them went to ISEP
Now he is
also.
big man,
ISEP, and some of the students of Dr. Bashir, they also went to different parts of US. And now there's more know-how like 25 years ago.
Yeah, things are, no, it's the requirement.
Okay, if you done.
Seminar hall is just near,
Okay.
not too far.
Yeah,